ask is, for those people that don't know what you did or like the company you ran or who you are or anything, I guess give us the rundown on your fucking life.
All right. 2 years ago, I started a fingerboarding company, which is pretty much like tech decks, miniature skateboards, but they're made handcrafted out of wood. I like to call it like the Gucci version of
Like designer tech decks?
It's like designer tech decks. Obviously, when I first started, I was completely trash and I didn't know what I was doing. But at the same time, in the same period, I did start my YouTube channel and a lot of help from Garrett, which kind of just boosted everything a lot more. So when I first started the company, there's a lot of hype behind it. And I think that's why it did really well. I think 3 months...
So, hold on. Not to interrupt, even though I just interrupted. But, like, taking it a step back further, why... Like, what made you make a fingerboard? Like, did you have a company in mind when you began, or did you just make it as a hobby, or what?
No, I've always... I think you know, too. I've always fingerboarded. I had, like, tech decks, and then...
So you like that kid in high school to be messing around with the desk?
Even before that. In middle school, I used to just buy a bunch of tech decks, come to school with, like, 100 tech decks, and be like, oh, like, I'm sponsored by tech decks.
Why did you have 100 tech decks?
Because, like, flea market. Like, you just buy 100 tech decks for, like, $10. And so I used to flex as, like, sponsored and pro for tech deck, and I would just, like, slang my tech decks for, like, $5 and would...
So you've always had the grind inside.
Yeah,
the hustle.
I guess so.
Okay.
I guess so.
But so you say tech decks, you mean the little plastic things.
Mm-hmm.
So at what point, where did you transition to the good hard wood?
It wasn't until, like, freshman year, I was the first person with the actual fingerboard.
So a wooden one?
Yeah, a wooden one, which was given to me by Matty Taylor.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, because he's pro for, like, used to be pro for, like,
Yeah.
a bunch of big companies. So he hooked me up with some, and I pretty much ran through that. And then it got really big in high school. And I just, like, eventually got pretty good at it. And I didn't think about starting a company. It's just me literally at work just fingerboarding all the time. And I remember buying my first actual fingerboard. Not gonna name the company, but when I got it, it's complete trash. And I was
name dropping here.
Yeah, but I was like, dude, like I could probably make a fingerboard better than this. Thinking that's super easy, just some glue slapped together with wood. And through like trial and error, found out that it's extremely hard to do. Like it's easy to make a fingerboard. It's really hard to make a really good fingerboard that could pass off as like, oh, like this is quality, and I could actually sell it.
Yeah.
Are
there like Walmart versions of fingerboards?
Yeah.
That aren't tech decks though?
Yeah. There's like huge companies like P-Rep.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, it's like P-Rep. You buy it on Amazon, and it's just a basic China wooden made fingerboard.
Okay. So you want to make a fingerboard. You got it. You saw one. You thought like, oh, I could do this. And then what? Where'd that lead to?
I think it all. I don't know. I've always wanted to start my own business. I just didn't know what it was.
Yeah.
So when I started making fingerboards, it was kind of just for fun. It's just me and like the homies just kind of coming up with ideas and just like, oh, like messing around. And then I think I mentioned, I deleted the video, but I mentioned fingerboarding in one of my YouTube videos and was fingerboarding, and someone was like, oh, like I buy one of your fingerboards, blah, blah, blah.
And this was before you ever made one?
Before no, I made one. It's just really bad. So I was like using it, but I didn't have the company yet.
All right.
And is during the time where we were sending each other the whole like subliminal messaging, like send nudes and stuff.
Yeah. Back in the send nude days.
Yeah. So that happened, and I started making a bunch of fingerboards, just prototypes. And
so did you have like all the equipment, like the press? Do you have all that? Or
I had all the cheaper stuff, like nothing
like
good.
Not the hydraulic press shit, just clamps and whatnot?
Yeah, just like basic stuff. And so I was doing that, and I was like, well, like I might as well just sell them to see like what happens. Wasn't expecting to like make any money, but announced it in a different video, and I swear the video's long gone by now, but the lineup that I had from like the first decks I made were so bad. Like looking back at it, like they looked like a 2-year-old made it. But I was like, dude, like professional fingerboards. Like, I'm selling them. The site's gonna be released. I think it was February 14th.
Yeah.
So
What do you remember? What year?
that was 2017.
2017.
Yeah. But did that video went like viral for me. At the time I only had like 5,000 subs, and the video hit, I think, is 67,000.
This was like, I feel like this all happened right at the start of the fingerboarding trend on YouTube.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I don't know if like you guys have probably seen on my main channel, but I mean, as Binh started his fingerboard company, obviously I don't even think I was doing it to like support you. It was just kind of like what we were doing. We'd be fingerboarding together.
Yeah.
So like I was uploading these fingerboard videos, and they'd all be hitting 1 million views. And that's because, like, I guess, you know, trends come and go on YouTube, and fingerboarding just happened to be the trend, and we both came in, like, right place, right time.
Yeah.
But, yeah, continue. Sorry.
Yeah. Well, for me at the time, I didn't have a name yet, so it's just went back and forth of thinking of like different names. I remember I had a sticker from Jack that was the outlet.
Oh yeah.
And that
yeah.
was like kind of my first, like, not actual graphic, but the first graphic that I put on my board. And then the whole subliminal messaging thing, send nudes. I kind of just figured, like, let's go with subliminal and see.
Did you have any names before subliminal, like things that almost made the cut?
No, like,
Really?
I think it was after like that video that I sent to you of like me dropping the grapes, and it's like send
Yeah.
nudes, and I was like, subliminal, because I kept on saying, like, I always choose things based off of like what's around most.
Right.
Like, that's where I come up with most of my ideas, and at the time it's just subliminal messaging. So I was like, what better than to have a company that, like, when I first started, is supposed to be like all subliminal messaging within my graphics, but I kind of veered off from like all of that. But yeah, so subliminal just started.
So okay.